Hey, good evening, everybody. How's it going? How's it going? Thanks for joining at the last minute. Good evening, Carolyn and Laura, small town girl. Linda Luhu, Captain Gonja, and Sherry P, Manic Mama. Hello, I'm here. Y'all aren't going to believe this shit. She went to the damn news. Beast Ma, what's up? She went to the freaking news in Nashville. Jay, please quit clickbaiting and take down the pic of Dog the Bounty Hunter. What pic of Dog the Bounty Hunter? What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Welcome in, everybody. Betty went to the news. We're gonna watch the video and read this article in just a second here. Yeah, it's freaking wild, Teresa. It is beyond. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Like, have you guys ever seen What's Up, One Eye Flo? Have you guys ever seen the parents of missing kids have to file quadruple restraining orders? Oh, Dog the Bounty Hunter on the fucking thumbnail. You're terrible. You're terrible.
Everybody does that. It's okay.
Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Shell. What's up, Lucia? Debbie from Detroitish. Welcome in, welcome in. You sent me a text. It's urgent. Yeah, oh yeah, there's 3 of them. And she went to the freaking news. Let's let some more people join. I'm currently looking at the text. Let's see. News Channel 5. Oh, the Sumner Sheriff. Yeah, we've got quite a few stories to cover. Let's get that out of the way first. This is really crazy. Let's bring this over here. So the Sumner County Sheriff Roy Sonny Weatherford died this week, and Eric Craddock is now the chief deputy in charge. It doesn't say how he died, though. Was it an accident? So Eric Daddy Craddock is now the acting sheriff. Wow. Wow. Rest in peace, Sheriff. Hello, Potato. Hello, Sin. Hello, Karen. This is definitely some shit. Okay, so let's go over this first thing. Let's get this out of the way. Then we're going to watch this freaking video. I can't even believe she would go to the freaking news. What is wrong with this woman? Seriously, what is wrong with her? There's definitely something wrong with her. Okay, let's just look at this first. This is to show you guys that actually, because I know, oh, it was a mess yesterday. Thank you so much, Shell, for your $19.99 sticker. Wow, that's so generous. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, so it says Katie Lynn Proudfoot versus Andra Lynn Griffin. They are both pro se, which means they are representing themselves, and they have a hearing for an order of protection. And the date is 8/8/2024 at 1 o'clock p.m. If we have any locals that want to go and listen in, that's when it is, 8/8 at 1 p.m. The next one is going to be the Holy Grail. Maddie Bowersox coming in hot with an ex parte protection order against Bullhorn Betty.
Bring it all in.
Active, effective today, folks. Friday, August 2nd. Active today. This has nothing to do with Katie being guilty.
Just help a brother out here.
If anything, it has to do with Katie being stalked. Terry Bowersox coming in hot.
Just like the fajita.
With an ex parte, which he's the one that's probably the most deserving of it. The way she stalked and followed and harassed that man while he was out shopping in his own town. But Terry Bowersox coming in hot with an ex parte protection order against Andra Griffin. And this is coming in hot on 8/2/2024. Again, today. Kodo, what's up, Kodo? Good work. Good work. Kodo, if you guys are not subscribed to Kodo, you're going to want to subscribe to Kodo because Kodo is on it like white on rice. What's up, Mrs. Fletcher? Do you think they found her because she was in hiding? I don't think she's hiding. She's just not at home to get served. She's crazy as fuck, y'all. This is not normal behavior. It's not normal to do this. It's not normal to continue to say, like, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. She's like, I'll go to jail for this. This woman is off her effing rocker. So here we go. Let's take a look at this. This is from WKRN. And this is Caitlin Quisenberry. And this is just, God, an hour, not even an hour ago. This is hot off the press. Hot off the press.
What are you doing in the White House if you're not selling cocaine?
Kodo is in chat. COTO. They have been staying on top of the Bullhorn Betty news. The proof is in the pudding, if you will. Yeah, it doesn't matter if she's been served because she has made it known that she is fully aware. Sumner County, Tennessee. Here we go. The mother of missing Middle Tennessee teenager said she's being stalked by a YouTuber who's covering the case. Sebastian Rogers disappeared 5 months ago from his family's home in Hendersonville. Interest in the case has been nationwide, but now Sebastian's mother, Katie Proudfoot, indicates it's gone too far. She just got a temporary order of protection against a YouTuber by the name of Bullhorn Betty. Thank you so much, Siobhan. Since Sebastian was first reported missing on February 26th, his mother, Katie, and stepfather,
Just help a
Chris,
brother out here.
have largely remained out of the media. But despite maintaining their privacy, Katie said she's being stalked and harassed. The petition for an order of protection was filed last week in Sumner County with the sheriff's office. According to that document, Katie said Andra Griffin, also known as Bullhorn Betty, is inciting the public and her social media followers to aid in her stalking of the Proudfoot family.
Bing bong.
Katie said Griffin had also accused the family of harming their son.
Jeepers.
Katie is quoted saying in part, quote, "She threatens us and posts live while driving by our home." She also called the YouTuber, quote, "dangerous."
I want this to be crystal clear.
Quote, "She is dangerous and is threatening my and my family's safety and telling her followers to help and do the same." One statement from Katie read. This is from Andra, quote, "If it is from her, then that is absolutely a falsehood. They can go and look at all of my lives," Griffin said. "My lives never come down off my channel. Driving on public property? on public roads with a camera hanging out. There's nothing unlawful about that. That happened over a month ago. It's the only time I've been in the Hendersonville area. End quote. Griffin told News 2 she had not received the temporary protection order, but that she was innocent of these accusations. It appears for her to get an ex parte order, from everything I am reading, she would have to say, I am an imminent threat to her life, and I am in Florida, Griffin said. I have never laid eyes on this woman in the flesh. I have never reached out to her by phone, email, or text messages. I have never even responded to any of her Facebook posts. I haven't talked to this lady, end quote. Griffin expressed that these accusations are just a distraction. Quote, I don't like the drama on the channel, and the more I resist it and keep it focused on Sebastian, the more these distractions keep coming up. End quote. Quote, it's all about Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. It's not about Seth Rogers, Katie Proudfoot, or Christopher Proudfoot. It's about where Sebastian Rogers is and how we can bring him home. Oh my God. Mystic Firefly, in all like fairness, you hope all YouTubers will be liable. Katie cannot discriminate against Bullhorn Betty. This has nothing to do with discrimination, A. B, no one has done what she's doing. No one. She hashtags Sebastian Rogers every single live and sits there and moans and groans about her own personal grievances. Steenie, I agree with you. It needs to stop. I'm not done reading yet, Georgia Dog. A court hearing is set for August 8th at the Sumner County Courthouse. Bullhorn Betty's YouTube videos will be summarized for the DA's office. Until then, the document said Griffin could not come within 100 feet of Katie or her home. Also, coming up this month is a prayer vigil for Sebastian on August 24th in Clarksville at 5 p.m. On August 26th, the 6-month mark since Sebastian's disappearance. Seth Rogers and other community members will gather in Sumner County to bring awareness to Sebastian and some of the unanswered questions. And then it goes on to just tell the story. So where's the damn video, Georgia Dog? Where is it? There's no video on this one. Kodo, where's the video? Yeah, you're sorry, all right. You are sorry, all right. Oh, her and Seth sat and had burritos. Sat and had burritos. And farted together. Where is the video at? I can't find it. Did they remove it? Oh, fuck. It's right up here at the top. Is that it? For God's sakes.
Office along with
Now, News 2 at 6.
A missing teen's mother claims she's being stalked and falsely accused by a YouTuber. So now she's taking legal action. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller. 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared 5 months ago from his family's home in Hendersonville. The teen's mother has been granted a temporary order of protection against a Florida YouTuber by the name of Bullhorn Betty. Well, tonight, News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry sat down and spoke with the influencer.
Sebastian Rogers has not been seen since February 25th. Since then, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, along with several other agencies, searched for a little over a week before officials said they were scaling back to focus their efforts on the investigative side. YouTubers and TikTokers nationwide have covered nearly every step, but now Sebastian's mom, Katie Proudfoot, indicates it's gone too far. In a legal filing for an order of protection, Katie says Andra Griffin, also known by her YouTube name of Bullhorn Betty, accused the family of harming their son while, quote, inciting the public and her followers to aid her in stalking. Katie calls the YouTuber, quote, dangerous. Andra tells me she has not received the temporary order of protection, but claims she has not done anything illegal.
If it is from her, then that's absolutely a falsehood. They can go and look at all my lives. My lives never come down off my channel. Driving on a public property, on public road with a camera hanging out, there's nothing unlawful about that. That happened over a month ago. It was when it's the only time I've been in the Hendersonville area. The questions of this case are becoming more and more.
Andra says her main goal is to provide informational content to the public and to help find Sebastian. She tells me these accusations are just a distraction.
I don't like the drama on the channel, and the more I resist the drama and keep it focused about Sebastian, the more these distractions keep coming up. This is all about Sebastian Rogers, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. It's not about Seth Rogers. It's not about Katie Proudfoot. It's not about Christopher Proudfoot. It's about where is Sebastian Rogers and how can we bring him home.
A court-ordered hearing is set for August 8th at the Sumner County Courthouse. Each of Bullhorn Betty's YouTube videos will be summarized for the DA's office. Until that time, a temporary restraining order says Andra cannot stalk or come within 100 feet of Katie or her home. In Nashville, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
We reached out to Katie Proudfoot for comment and have not heard back.
Katie, go Katie, go Katie. Oh my God, can you believe she actually spoke to the freaking news? There's definitely something wrong. Wrong. Her whole channel is drama and JLR with hashtag Sebastian Rogers. What in the world? So the DA, it says right here, let's look at this again, where it says what they're going to do. Okay, so according to the document, Okay, it says that Bullhorn Betty is inciting the public and her social media followers to aid in her stalking of the Proudfoot family. She has a judge order from Queen Bee not to delete any videos. Oh, shit.
Hey, bro.
This what you wanted, Andra? Is this what you were looking for? Do you think that people are going to see you on this news thing and be like, oh my God, she seems like such a badass influencer. Like, I want to fucking follow her. No, they're not. They're going to steer clear, far away from you. So Katie is quoted saying in part, she threatens us and posts live while driving by our home. She also called her, quote unquote, dangerous. She is dangerous and is threatening my and my family's safety and telling her followers to help and do the same. That's from Katie. So it says here that she's well aware. She's well aware that she has been served, at least by Katie Proudfoot. Wouldn't it be great if Katie Proudfoot went to these events on the 24th and the 26th and Betty couldn't go? Wouldn't that be wonderfucking-ful? Kodo, Jays for Justice, that part is in there because Betty often shows photos her subs send her of Katie. Yeah, she's shown Faith on her lives. Yes, I know. It's horrible. It's horrible. She's had people driving by for her. Yep. And it's just like when Granny called that tip line and they said that they were looking for people that would be able to drive by 24/7. Exactly, Potato. Everything she says is going to be used against her. Then she goes to the fucking news. Like, hey, I'm here and I know. And if you weren't here before, let me show you the other thing. And rest in peace, the Sumner County Sheriff. He died. The Sumner County Sheriff died. And Daddy Craddock is the acting sheriff now. So the lead investigator, or at least from what I know, right? Isn't Craddock the lead investigator? He's now the acting sheriff of the county. J-Dub, welcome. Thank you for joining. Well, if she's deleted lives, then that's up to Queen Bee to deal with and sort through with her lawyer, but I don't know anything about that. But here we have the two, we've got two more.
You can't talk to a fucking log.
We've got two more. Bowersox Terry coming in with an ex parte order effective today. And then we also have Kathy Bowersox, a.k.a. Maddie Bowersox, coming in with an ex parte active today. And good for them. And then we have here proof of Katie and Betty's hearing. Hold on. If anybody would like to attend, it is August the 8th, 2024 at 1 o'clock p.m. That is Eastern Standard Time in Sumner County. Yeah, the lead investigator that she said doesn't do his fucking job, Casual Art. I hope that she has to come face to face with good old Daddy Craddock. Hey, Andy. I know, just waiting on Chris now, right? So here's their hearing. Katie Lynn Proudfoot versus Andra Lynn Griffin. Hearing type, order of protection.
Bing bang.
Andra, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. Yeah, it's already granted. And then she has an opportunity to come and give her side of things. That's what's the due process part of it. Because they were already granted it temporarily. And then depending on the hearing will depend on if it's extended or not. So if she doesn't go, they get it. And it'll be up to the judge if it's, 1, 2, 3 years. She is a Lana Oriani spirit animal. Bad vibes all around. Coco Terry was doing things to Bullhorn Betty. Tell the truth, people. No, he wasn't. Coco Ferg. No, he wasn't. What did Terry Bowersox do to Bullhorn Betty? Nothing. No, I don't think JLR will say her freaking name. And who could blame him? Mystic, this isn't equal opportunity employer here. Okay, they're not fucking discriminating against anybody. How are they discriminating? They're taking someone who obviously they feel harassed by. They feel uncomfortable. They feel threatened. Or Katie, in the Bowersox. I don't blame them. If some crazy ass bitch got out of her car at a light and started screaming at me like a crazy person, I think that's enough. What's up, Jonesin? I'd be so embarrassed. Fuck yeah, so would I. She's not, though. She has no shame. Sin, thank you for donating 5 memberships. Welcome, guys. Make sure you thank Sin for that. Betty completely stalked him and had other people. If you're here to defend Bullhorn Betty, you are in the wrong arena. Because this bitch is beyond manic, beyond psychopath, beyond no fucking morals, integrity, nothing. She threatened to piss in someone's yard, threatened to put a pew-pew in her bra where no one could see it. I mean, who could blame these people? I say rock on, Bower Socks. Rock on. But she's still running her mouth. Take a look. This is her last live stream. Now, granted, it was 12 hours ago. But she's still running her fucking trap, y'all. She's going to end up in the clinker. I'm telling you, Daddy Craddock is going to put her ass right in the clinker. Put a 1 if you think that Daddy Craddock's going to throw her ass in the clinker because she's going to push it. And she says, I'll gladly go to jail for this. And they'll be right behind me for perjury. She makes no damn sense. This is from earlier. Let's take a listen.
To get into chat, I hope everybody's doing well this morning.
Because you don't look like you're doing too damn well. Holy.
I'm just getting my day started. Well, I've already eaten breakfast. I've been up since like 5 o'clock this morning. And, getting ready to start my day. So I hope everybody is doing well this morning, and we're going to get started. A lot of this stuff is distracting from Sebastian Rogers and avocation for Sebastian Rogers. And that's exactly what I believe. If this stuff is Chris and Katie, again, where people are assuming a lot, I haven't received anything. So until we know for sure what's going on, I'm not going to speculate any further. At the end of the day.
And well, we know for sure now, don't we, Betty? We know for sure now.
I have to be served. The person on my end in my court record is not listed, so I can't assume who it is. So before I can even file anything in the courts, I need to find out who I need to file it against. So with that being said, Kendall, hey, how are you doing? Grand Rising. I can't believe I actually made a live. Oh, well, it's nice to see you.
The same.
Yeah, it's early. Well, it's early for most people, but it's really not. People should be up getting ready for work unless they're in like California. Hey, Caitlin, it's nice to see you. But then I realized, at the end of the day, we know that they haven't been trying to search for their son. We know that they have been putting up roadblock after roadblock after roadblock for the people that are trying to search for their son or find any information.
Dude, when's the last time that the Proudfoots have even spoken publicly? How are they putting up roadblocks? If anything, Seth is the one that's putting up roadblocks with his changing stories.
So this goes to show you more than anything who the problems are in this case and why are they, because I haven't talked to them. So as far as the lady's lying, I haven't even seen them in the flesh. The only thing I've seen them is stuff on social media. And of course, us going through their interviews and stuff like that. I've never even seen them in the flesh.
Okay, you don't have to see them in the flesh for them to feel stalked and harassed by you. When's the last time she I don't know, Kodo. I don't know.
It's absolutely nutty. Good morning, Mel. But either way, no matter how you look at it, it's lies. So we'll be dealing with that, but I'm pretty sure she's going to have to, because I think the temporary is only good for 2 weeks. So that means in order for her to extend it, she's got to physically go in on the 8th to talk to them. And I think that is an actual court proceeding, and she's going to have to proffer some information, like legit information. She just can't say, oh my gosh, I'm fearful. She's got to produce, we're on.
Wait, hold up. Lazy Wolf. The news didn't tell her she had a PO against her. She contacted the fucking news. You think the news sought out Bullhorn Betty? I don't think so.
They have cameras at their house. If this harassment existed, they should have proof of that. And there's no proof. There absolutely could be no proof unless it's manufactured, because I haven't even reached out to these people. It's wild, the effort that they put into you, not their son. Exactly. And that's another thing. That's why I say, it's very crystal clear at this moment. They are not trying to find their son. As a matter of fact, they're trying to unlawfully quelch any person speaking of the case. I'm not stupid. I'm not Nick Barris. I don't work for a company that has boardrooms that the control what comes out of my mouth. This is America. I can have my opinions.
Oh my God. Look at her eyes, guys. She's talking about Nick Barris. Now, Nick Barris put out a really good post last night. He actually edited it, and I don't blame him because he is professional. But let me read it to you because he had some choice words to describe who we know is Betty. I mean, not everybody would know who he was talking about, right? But Here's what Nick Barris had to say. He says, "This is just not right," in all caps. And Betty, this is from a reporter who's been around for years. He's got tons of reporting journalist experience. He knows the morals and the ethics, and he follows those codes. And he stands by what he puts out there. Right? You don't. You just run your freaking trap. You say that people did things you don't know if they did. You're driving by their home, their campground, analyzing their vehicle, zooming in, standing between bushes, and zooming in on their vehicles. You're insane. All right, continuing with Nick. Several of you have messaged me wondering about this notice about a warrant involving Katie Proudfoot. She's the mother of 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, who is still missing after he disappeared from his Hendersonville, Tennessee home nearly 6 months ago. Yes, this warrant is related to Sebastian's case. No, Proudfoot is not under arrest. To the contrary, Sumner County authorities tell me she is a victim in a harassment case. That's right. My understanding is this involves some overzealous busybody who believes Katie is somehow responsible for her son's disappearance and has been harassing her. If that's the case, this is simply wrong. All of these nutty YouTube couch detectives need to back off. Katie and her husband, Chris, Sebastian's stepfather, have been thoroughly vetted by authorities, and to date, there is no evidence linking them to Sebastian's disappearance. They are not suspects. They have cooperated with authorities, so leave them alone or face prosecution. In the meantime, Sebastian's case remains open and the investigation continues. Thank you so much, Snazzy Trinkets. Be interesting if Katie got the body cam from the shopping center right before she went apeshit on Mr. Bowersox. Interesting. I'm happy that a family is standing up for themselves as well. I mean, we had a law passed in Florida about protesting because of this big mouth bitch. She's not just a thorn in Tennessee's side. She was a thorn in Florida's side, and Florida had to pass a law to keep this bitch under control. What's up, Kathy? I watched you some earlier. You're doing a good job on this. But I mean, who's got time for her bullshit?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Thank you again, Snazzy, for your super chat.
I can have my criticisms and I can bring this stuff online. She does not have to watch it. If it's so harassing to her, then she should just change the freaking channel. But one thing she can't do is go to a court and lie and say I'm harassing her because...
Dude, you have her son's name all over. Look at, even this video. Look at Sebastian Rogers, period. They don't want him found. Tennessee, period. Look, hashtag Sebastian Rogers, Katie Proudfoot, Chris Proudfoot. She shouldn't even be hashtagging her fucking name. She shouldn't even be. Look how she's got the names down here. She's got a copy from an article, and then she has Sebastian Rogers, comma, Chris Proudfoot, Katie Proudfoot, Kathy Bowersox, and Terry Bowersox in Hendersonville, Tennessee, Sumner County. What is this shit? Possible Sebastian Rogers sighting off Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina. Seth is in North Carolina. Who is Francis Suzette Rosenbaum? Seth Rogers. What is all this? Seth Rogers announces he is now working with the Proudfoots. Internet backlash and a lot of questions. Betty, look at your fucking descriptions. You're a mess. You've got all this misinformation in here. Whose Who's Frances Suzette Rosenbaum? What are you doing? Is it this Katie's family? Oh my God, you are so going to fucking jail. You are so going to jail. 12 hours ago. It doesn't matter if it's keyword tags. She's got a fucking restraining order against her. It takes, oh my God, to say the things she's saying. Thank you, Flobo, for donating 5 memberships. Thank you, Bob H. Read the last scene at the beach below news article. What? I don't know what you're talking about, Bob H., but thank you. Betty, look how they lied in court against Nina. They have no problems lying and using Mama Sock's lawyer BFF. Look at all of these people that encourage her. I think you're getting too close to the truth. Wow. Okay, let's keep watching.
I'm talking on my own channel about her case. That's something they can't do. But wouldn't you say that at this point it's crystal clear they don't want him found? Because I haven't been around them. All I've been doing is going to businesses and people that have reached out to me. I can prove literally everything. They have that you harassed or threatened them 3 times. There's no possibility. And not unless they manufactured stuff. There's no possibility. I haven't even spoke to them. I haven't sent them emails, messages. I haven't even asked them questions in the Facebook chat when they were in all those chat rooms. I never even asked them questions. You know, I have never spoken to these people. Like I said, the only thing I've got is the messenger where Chris reached out to me to let me know that he was, you know, back in the day when those people were talking about or impersonating Chris Proudfoot, and he came into the chat. He reached out to me to let me know that that wasn't him, and that's not true. So outside of that, and that's a contact he made to me, not the other way around, is the only contact that I've had with either one of them. And that was literally months ago. So it's clear that they're trying to distract from Sebastian's case. There's no other explanation for this. None whatsoever. Are you trying to keep Seth from getting his son? Oh, good gracious.
2 for Cooter.
Girl, we know you're not deserving that. Yeah, and it's all, and I cannot for the life of me, like, it's literally a felony to lie about this stuff. And what the
it's a felony to lie about this stuff. Listen to her, fucking lawyer Cooter.
Manufacture and intentionally manufacture proof before the court.
I have her sped up, dude. I can't listen to this bitch at regular speed. Are you kidding me? She's up at 1.5 times speed.
Even worse. Like, this is like they don't mind lying under oath. So, you know, we have to look at that aspect, because if they don't mind lying in a court, would they mind lying to law enforcement? You know, if they don't mind lying to a court and literally doing underhanded stuff, literally breaking the law, committing a felony, then what else are they willing to do? You know, clearly these people have no problem breaking the law. They have no problem lying to law enforcement or courts.
They have no problem breaking the law, says the lady who's been arrested umpteen times for DV, strangulation, all kinds of crazy shit. She's violent. She's a violent offender. And you know what? If there was any other violent offender on this platform, I would say the same thing. Stay the fuck away from little kids' cases or kids' cases. Minors. Stay the fuck away from them. You don't need to be around children. You're a violent offender. You've been arrested for hurting someone. Now you've got 3 restraining orders against you. Stop. You're going to be fucking jingle jangle Cooter pretty soon, because you're going to have those bracelets on and those fucking shackles. You don't look well. Cooter cuffs. Her entire channel is a violation. A repeat violent offender. It's scary. It's scary. And I don't think she should be on this platform. I think she needs to get the fuck out of our community, just like every other freaking violent criminal that's moseyed their way in here. We don't need them. Chain gang Cooter.
So what makes us believe that they're going to be truthful about Sebastian? If they're willing to do all of this, you see what I'm saying? Hey, Kimberly, it's nice to see you. They want rid of everyone that is searching and bringing attention to Sebastian. They want the case to die out because they just want this child to be missing. They screwed up a lot. and they are very upset. Thank you, Kimberly. And Lisa, you got the gifted membership. Nice. Good morning, True Crime Addict. So Sebastian Rogers, for those that are just tuning in, is a 15-year-old autistic boy that disappeared from his home in Hendersonville.
Okay, so she's finally talking about Sebastian 6 minutes in. Okay, and she talks about him. Okay, so look at 6:13. So she talks about him for 45 seconds, and then this bitch goes right back to Chris Proudfoot. Listen.
Night or into the early morning, or in the morning when law enforcement got there. They've searched all the cameras. They've got the footage. There's no sign that Sebastian even walked out of the home. Not through a window, not through a door, not through the front door, back door, nothing. Okay? Oh, thank you, Kimberly. God bless you. Yeah, I know. What are they going to do when Silver starts digging this coming week? I have no earthly idea, because he's already been digging. But apparently he should be careful, because they will lie under oath to try to get him arrested, especially if he's getting close. So I doubt he has anything going on in Horn Lake. If they're not attacking him and they're only attacking me, then...
So she's perfectly fine with the Silvers on the scene finding a mound of dirt. He's another dirt bag. He found a mound of dirt, y'all. Took his audience to the fucking store to buy a shovel so that he can dig for Sebastian Rogers' body. So he can dig for Sebastian Rogers' body. And he all excitedly put his big fat face in the camera. Sorry, I shouldn't have said fat, but he put his big old mug in the camera, and he was like, we have a location of interest. This is sick. Sick. We've got Diggin' Cooter. We've got Clinker Cooter. What's next? What is next?
And clearly he's probably outside of his, because I don't think this child is anywhere near Memphis. I think this child is either in Hendersonville, Gallatin, or White House. That's, if I had to bet money on it, that's where it is, because Chris wasn't in the Memphis area to get comfortable enough to do anything in that area. He had been there since, like, I think January, and he was...
She doesn't know where the fuck he's been, but she's going into these local businesses. Kodo, where do you see that? Kodo, where do you see that they said that he's abducted? Don't tell me this comes from Tony's Amber Alert site.
Excuse me.
Good Lord.
January, and he was gone by February 26th. So he had no time. I mean, he was working and going home, except on some of the weekends. Most of the weekends he came home up until the event where CPS was involved, and then he just never came home again, and basically told Katie, it's your son or it's me. Well, her son disappeared a month later, and they're living their best life ever. And, a lot of people, or not a lot of people, well, there are a lot of people. There's a massive amount of people that agree with that statement. And so it's just a little bizarre to me that so obviously we're digging in a lot deeper, and I'm allowed to do investigative reporting. I'm allowed to talk to people. I'm allowed to go places. I'm allowed to do whatever the hell I want within the law. Just because they don't like that I'm doing it doesn't mean they can lie under oath. And furthermore, this was only a stunt, and I have to think that somebody got in Katie's ear and tried to convince her that this was a good idea without playing the tape through. And they're like, oh, yeah, let's do this, because, she will come. And I'll come anywhere for a court hearing. You're going to have to prove your damn case, lady. And I can prove for a fact, a absolute 100% fact you lied under oath. Because I've only been to Hendersonville, Tennessee one time. It was for filming and documenting purposes. I never talked to Katie. The only thing I did was drive by their house, which I'm allowed to do on a public roadway. I broke no laws, and I filmed while I was doing, which is in the course of my business and my job title. So they absolutely 100% lied. And I bet you she failed to tell them that I'm reporting on her son's case. Like, this is a constitutional. If you look at it, it even says the only thing that they cannot do is if it's covered under the Constitution. All my work is covered under the Constitution. I have freedom of press. I have freedom of speech. I have freedom of assembly. So, and the only way, and I read everything that I could on ex parte order, she had to tell them that she was in fear for her life, that I was going to cause imminent bodily harm or death to her. That's what.
Imminent bodily harm or death. That's not what she said. We just heard what Katie said in part. Kodo, I just looked at your thing. That just says an Amber Alert is issued when there is reasonable belief by law enforcement that an abduction has occurred and the child is in imminent danger of serious bodily injury or death, per the Department of Justice. They're just saying that's when they issue an Amber Alert. And the reason they issued an Amber Alert for Sebastian was because of his special needs. It's not about abduction. That's just stating what an Amber Alert, when it's issued, that's what their protocol is per the Department of Justice, not that Sebastian was. They actually put an Amber Alert out for Sebastian because of his special needs. But I want to show you guys, I can't watch her. She's absolutely appalling. I want to show you guys this Silver on the Scene really fast. Getting his damn... I don't know what this dude's MO is. He's got songs for Sebastian. Never Stop Searching. I mean, nice, but a tribute next to this. Do you guys see the thumbnail? Do you see the thumbnail with the mound of dirt and Sebastian's little face right there? Stop it. Stop it, Silver on the Scene. Look at him. 21,000 views. Because he's got Sebastian, a mound of dirt, and it says possible location. Possible location. After 155 days. Check this out.
Silver's on the scene. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. But yeah, I just gave some blood. That's right.
I can't.
Trying to get a little sympathy. Just joking, just joking. Well, maybe Silver's too will give you some sympathy for the blood. Not just joking. It helps me, it helps others. And that's what it's about, helping others. So, it is July 30th.
You don't hold a
Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. It's
This is July 30th, just 2 days ago.
July 30th. One more day, July's gone. Gone, folks. Just like Sebastian Rogers is gone. 15 years old. This child's been missing 155 days. We need to bring him home. We need to keep the awareness alive.
Give me a break.
If you see something, you do something. All eyes on deck. All eyes on deck together. We can help one another, bring him home. And that's what this video is about today. So I've shared my email address. It is silversonthescene@yahoo.com. That's silversonthescene@yahoo.com.
Wait for it.
Send me any information you would like, anything in private you would like to discuss, and I do my best to get around, look at everything, and get back to you in a timely manner. Tonight we're going to discuss, or this afternoon, rather, we're going to discuss an email I received from someone from Texas, and as they're watching several different videos on YouTube, they put the video they saw, which is 3 months ago, together with one of my videos.
Why do these men want to be involved? I mean, I know why they do it. Because they want the clicks and the views, right? Yeah, I don't like it.
And we may have a possible location.
See that? Look at him. I've got a car to sell you. Fuck this dude. Fuck this dude. You're talking about somebody's son. Somebody's cousin. Somebody's half brother. We've got a possible location. Fuck you, dude. That's all I got to say. Sick.
That's right. A possible location. So, with that said, let me show you some slides. Let me show you some video clips. Let me show you some photos. And let's see if this could be a very good lead as to where we may find Sebastian Rogers. Everything is allegedly, and in my opinion, here we go. Sebastian Rogers, missing 155 days.
Oh, so serious.
Now, before I go any further, it's a
He's taking tips from this fucking psychic.
remote viewing / psychic reading. I'm not going to get into the discussions of whether people believe or don't believe in these types of things.
Can you believe this shit?
But ladies and gentlemen, where we are today, 155 days, let's listen to everything. And in the case with this, if it rings true or makes sense to something real that she's trying to see, then I think we have to listen, okay? because it takes.
No, I don't have to listen. He's getting his tips from a psychic.
I'm going to do a drawing based off of like the location from his house in which direction, okay?
Watch this
and then
bullshit.
I want to see if the drawing that I come up with matches a photo of a location that would be in the direction from the house. So essentially, I want to see if remote viewing can match up with a Google map picture. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, do you see what she's saying here? She's saying she's going to remote view. Ever how that works? I don't know the ins and outs of this. She's going to remote view and see if what she's seeing in her reading and her thoughts, ever how she works this, will it, once it's hand-drawn, match to anything in Google Maps? And that's why we are watching this and discussing this tonight. So here we go. Let me throw up.
Watch this. Wait for it. Wait for his little map.
This. Okay, so let's watch what she has drawn.
Look at this.
You're going to have his house, but I'm getting something about like going in a circle, like not just leaving and getting right to it. Like there's some significance in circling the house or making it look like I'm going in a different direction than I am.
Yeah, we all know that the dogs ran all around. I don't believe this horse shit for 1 second.
My video we're about to watch, a little clip from it, as well as what she was doing. So here's basically what she's saying. Here's Sebastian's home. Okay, I hope you can see the
I know,
picture. Here's Sebastian's
stop
home.
it.
And the circle around, she's saying that. Now remember, this is 3 months ago. 3 months ago. And I don't think any image I'm about to show you was thrown up there 3 months ago. And she's saying a circle like.
Nope, I sure don't,
Mystic. I believe, allegedly, in my opinion, when someone went to put his body somewhere, it wasn't a straight shot.
Another grifter LARP. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Swamp Searcher. I don't dig him. I'm not feeling it. I'm getting bad vibes. I don't like it. Don't point at the camera and go, we made up a possible location. And the next item up for bid. That's what I'm waiting to come out of his mouth. It's sick.
In my opinion, to Mississippi or Memphis. I believe, allegedly, in my opinion, there's been movement. So that's the circle. And then, at first she says it goes many miles away, which makes sense with Memphis. But as you watch, you'll see there's one thing that, from a time and distance that doesn't really make sense. But so here's the bottom line. She talks about a warehouse, a shipping container, a trailer.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, here we go. Here's where he goes back on the scene. Check this out. This is where it gets appalling.
Make my way. Ooh, there's all kinds of stuff.
1 second. Take note.
Just
here.
help a brother out here.
See if I can make my way. Ooh, there's all kinds of stuff. So I can make my way. Probably should have went around. I'm going straight through, right?
Look at this bullshit. Oh, yeah, that's a grave, dude. It's a pile of fucking limestone. It's a pile of limestone.
Sometimes I will laugh, ha ha, or that camera across the street, ha ha. Just know, I love to have fun, and I keep it as lighthearted as I can, but a lot of those laughs are the mocks.
Who's talking?
I'm mocking a stepfather who laughs at this entire situation, when that is completely inappropriate. So that's more of a mockery than me actually laughing, just in case someone wasn't getting that little dig there, because if I had a stepson, then I wouldn't be laughing about the situation. Allegedly, in my opinion. Here we go.
I don't know about these rock piles. I was in Hendersonville, there were some mulch piles, right? I started thinking,
This guy's an idiot.
Move these around.
This guy is an idiot.
Let's check these dirt piles over here. Let's check these dirt piles. Some beat up asphalt. I know when we did a search over at a park here nearby, they would come across dirt like this. It makes you wonder. It's kind of more out in the open. You see, it's here.
I don't know where he is. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna cross.
He's at Horn Lake. He's at Horn Lake, Mississippi. the same town as the damn campground. This is Horn Lake, Mississippi.
The street. Yeah, that camera across the street. I'm going to cross the street and more to come.
Okay, so we're going to come right back to that in just a second. But before we do, let's click right here. And as you know,
this is where he's at, right by their campground.
Love to show overheads. This gives you an idea of what's going on now. This X marks the spot. You can see the corner of the road. I'll go back to my video in just a moment. That's where I'm walking 12 days ago. 12 days ago.
Okay.
I'm walking right here.
2 weeks ago, and you're still there.
Let's throw up this.
I can't. Y'all, I can't.
Now, of course, it's not perfect.
Of course it's not.
How could it be? But folks,
oh my God.
Let's start with an unoccupied warehouse. This thing has grabbed my attention.
Okay, I am not going through that. Let's get back to his video. Here we go.
So let's go.
If I can.
We're going to stop here. Notice the pipes. Is this the circular part? It carries water. Okay. You go on further.
Make my way. Ooh, that's
Look at these two mounds.
I'm going.
2 gravel mounds. Have they really been there for 6 months, a year?
I know, legend.
Whenever they finished this construction, because in 2022, June, 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, it was flat. So I'm sure it took them a few years to build it.
X marks the spot. I know. Pirate map. Bullshit.
You get up here, and this becomes really suspect.
Oh, it's so suspect.
They have to.
It becomes really suspect, guys. It becomes really suspect now. Regina, I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the torture, but, you know, this shit needs to be talked about, and these people need to be called out because this is so disgusting. Silver's on the scene. I don't know who you are with your 3,000 subscribers, but go away. You're not needed in missing kids cases. This is trash. This is disgusting. This is not suspect. It's damn concrete. It's asphalt. It's broken asphalt.
Hang up the road and put some of this down. Asphalt here.
Lucky Charms looking ass.
People, is this the spot? I was there. No shovel. I have one now.
Oh.
And as you see,
you piece of shit.
And when we turn around,
look directly off.
You can see where the streets meet.
Yeah, right there in the plain open, you fucking moron. They went there and buried a body right there where you just showed us. It's wide ass open. It's wider open than Betty's coot on a good day. And you think that they went there and buried a body? Dude.
Because in 2022, June, 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, it was flat. So I'm sure it took them a few years to build it.
Unreal.
Okay. Is there anything underneath there? You get up here, and this becomes really suspect. Did they have to bang up the road and put some of this down? Asphalt here.
What is he talking about?
These dirt mounds. People, is this the spot? I was there. No shovel. I have one now.
He is a creep.
And as you see, we turn around.
I have one now.
You can see where the streets meet.
It's in
okay, right here. You can see here, I thought I had actually videoed this drainage going under this road, but I didn't. There are the pipes. And I believe we come back around.
Right, jammers? No wonder they left the damn house.
Inactive. No one is occupying that warehouse at this time. And if you stand at this corner, if you stand here in this area.
Dude, you're a...
Where that car's going, it's headed straight to the RV through those woods. If you walk through those woods, you'll get here. Let's walk. Let's look.
RV, take us there.
The woods. Look, if you're at this RV and you trample through the woods, you can end up here. Or you can simply drive your vehicle allegedly in my opinion, right here and do your business. So,
he's from Georgia.
What do you think? Let me know.
What you are witnessing is real.
And
he needs to go back to Georgia. What the fuck? Here we go. We're back on the scene. It's magically delicious. It's magically delicious.
Hope it got you thinking. Is this a good lead? Could he be exactly where I was standing? And if he is, he will be found. He will be brought home. As I make my way back west to look for Sebastian Rogers. We will not give up until we find him and we bring him home. Keep his awareness alive. Missing 155 days is way too long, way too long. So, thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your information.
I got one now. I got a shovel now. He doesn't do any live streams. He doesn't do any live streams. He only does videos, which I guess is whatever. But yeah, it's more grift. It's more grift. What do you mean she deleted her last video?
What she had to testify under
She
oath
didn't?
to get that ex
It's right here.
parte harassment and protective order. That's what she had to attest under oath, is that I was an video on everyone that...
Listen to this part.
Let alone something that constitutes harassment. They've never even told me not to contact them because I've never contacted them. The only person that has contacted me is Chris. I'm not, no way, small town.
Y'all, I don't know.
They can serve me lawfully and through the
he's weird as
exact
fuck.
process that's supposed to follow. That's exactly what they can do.
I know, Feisty.
All the rumors going on, CP tell all and dip to Louisiana. I heard he went to Louisiana. And you have the bio's dad's consent to search. I do. I have the full support of Seth Rogers. A missing child is public news. Everyone is allowed to talk about it. It absolutely is. But everybody knows that this is bullcrap. Everybody. The only people that are trying to capitalize off of it are the felony hate channels that protect.
Felony hate channels? Bitch, I've never been arrested. And I'm here hating on you because you are a P.O. freaking S. You've got no business being around children, being around dogs, being around anyone. If I'm being completely honest. You're an instigator. You take no accountability. You take no responsibility. You have no empathy. You do what you accuse everyone else of doing. That's all you do is sit there with your saggy tits down to your waist, complaining about what everybody does to you. Why don't you just shut the fuck up and go away? I would never let you around my kids, ever. If you were the last motherfucker on this earth, I wouldn't let you around my kids or my grandkids or anybody else's kids for that matter. Stop talking about other women's crotches. Stop obsessing on a guy that you thought you were in this heavy-duty relationship with. If he disappeared, it's because you weren't fucking committed. Committed people don't disappear, Betty. Disappear in Cooter. She was like, Jonathan disappeared and he stopped answering texts. That's not a boyfriend, dude. That's someone who don't want to talk to you no more. Isn't Bullhorn Betty, thank you, Snazzy. Isn't Bullhorn Betty under a court order not to delete vids thanks to the court battle she's in with Queen Bee? I don't know. You'd have to ask Queen Bee that. Somebody said that, but I don't know. She called Sebastian defective. Yeah, she's a piece of shit, man. She has no shame. No shame. Oh, True Crime Buzz? True Crime Buzz never went live. It's her. It's her. I've never been a felon. I'm proud of my misdemeanors. Brawless Cooter.
It's just amplify the need for our gathering of voices. Nothing is stopping our gathering of voices. Even if I get arrested, the gathering of voices is going on. They can arrest me at the vigil in Clarksville on the 24th. We'll bond out. We're going to be at that gathering of voices.
You hear this shit? They can arrest me and I'll bond out.
If anybody has opposition to it, it's an opposition against Sebastian Rogers. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a pig.
That's right. You put lipstick on, you're still a fucking pig. You will always be a pig. Oh my God.
But if it's they are absolutely trash. They should not have any benefits from our military. Our military are of good men and women, and they make our military look like crap. And I hope when push comes to shove, she loses all of her benefits from the military for this.
She hopes that they lose their benefits. What? Dude, I can't wait to see her mugshot. I promise you. I promise you. I can't wait to see her mugshot. She said, let's start a GoFundMe for me for court costs. Dude, that's fucked up. If anybody donates to her court costs, you are a POS. She's got 3 injunctions now, Kenda. Uno, dos, tres.
She can't stand that her life isn't how she thought it would be. Exactly. They had pictured this whole, just being able to live their best life, not realizing.
Oh, yeah, she knows exactly what they pictured, too. She has no idea. No, she doesn't have kids. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God she never had kids.
How many people would be gravitating to this case, and a lot of that is because of our commentary on it. And a lot of it's the drama, and it wouldn't surprise me because this right here sounds like a very specific.
I agree, SS.
And then I found that very specific person in and around that community, in and around about this time. So it makes me wonder if he wanted to set them up, if he is the one that gave them the advice to do this.
She thinks, dude, she is so delusional. Petunia Pickle Butt, welcome. Listen, she thinks that JLR set these guys up to file these orders. Look at that face right now. That is delusional cooter. That is delusional cooter. It's up to them who they go after, Mystic. Whoever makes them feel the most uncomfortable. And quite frankly, this off the hinge, this unhinged bitch who's talking about carrying around a pew-pew when she come back. Yeah, I think she's the biggest threat. And I don't blame them. No one else is talking about bringing guns and driving by and is off the chain. I mean, this chick acts like she's tweaking. There's something wrong with her. There's something wrong with her. She's got it in her mind. She makes these stories up and believes them. She thinks that JLR really gives a damn that he's going to go out of his way. That he went out of his way. Not like she does, Pray. Not like she does. Go somewhere else and defend her ass. You ain't defending her here.
You're being a Karen.
She's a crazy bitch and she's got no business in kid cases. Fight me. JLR doesn't care enough to go through the trouble. She wants him to care enough, but he doesn't. JLR didn't set this up. They really think you are a threat. They really are scared of your crazy ass for good reason.
Or if he gave the hate channels this advice and they relayed that to them and they thought this was a good idea.
Oh, so no, then JLR passed the info on to the hate channels and the hate channels got with the Bauer Sox and got with the Proudfoots and set all this up. Hey, Kendo, little Irish girl, so many enemies, she don't even know who did it, Cooter. You got it, little Irish girl.
Just help a brother out here.
You got it. Thank you so much.
Because this person said this other criminal said so. Somebody didn't play the tape through. They know I'm very tenacious, and when there is a crime committed against me, I will fight. And this is so clear cut, and I've got so much overwhelming proof and evidence on my side that they're going to have some problems, some major problems. So like I said, I'm going to wait until I get my paperwork served to me at home. Again, it's going to be after the 8th. I mean, it just is what it is because I have traveling. I have documented traveling. Again, I told QB's attorney, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So he didn't send me or want schedule hearings or anything while I was out of town, so I coordinate with the attorney's office just to let him know if I'm going to be gone for like a week or 2. It's just he doesn't respect me anyway, so it would really help. Usually I'm surprised he wouldn't start bombarding me with paperwork when I'm out of town, but I think that looks bad or poorly upon the courts.
Oh my God.
He has court terms too and trials and everything else, and I don't think he wants to get into that with me because then if he did that to me, I'd start doing that to him while he's in the middle of the trial. It's underhanded, but there's nothing wrong with it. They could do it, but at the end of the day, they, I report to him when I'm gone for any significant amount of time, just like he does.
I mean, let's face it. Seth went for the free burritos. Can we agree on that? Seth met her for the free burritos and probably got a couple to go home.
To me, when he had to go out of the country or something for like a week or 2, he sent me an email letting me know he was going to be out of the country and what his days were.
Who cares?
So can you go down? No, I'm not going anywhere. Absolutely not. Again, they can serve me. When I get served, I'll know who is on that paperwork, and I will be served. So I'll wait until I see what's on that paperwork and then figure out where I'm going to go from there once I read everything. They are hoping the case would be lost in the files in time. Keep on keeping on. You're doing great. Yeah. Betty, I sent Sonia the TCA.
Well, a tarot card reader can say, yeah, that he's 30 minutes from home. Most of the time they're found close to home. They're just using stats in their favor. That's what those tarot people do. They're fake. They're frauds.
On ex parte for people who aren't residents in Tennessee. Okay. Oh, like a pamphlet? That kind of helps. Okay, then I'll read that. People hating on anyone who is seeking the truth and doing everything in their power to help find a missing poor child.
Do you hear these people? Oh, yeah, they're doing everything. She's doing everything in her power to find a missing kid. She's got people enabling her in here. Listen to this. Listen to this part.
I've seen that he was going back to Horn Lake with a shovel, but I really don't. I went there and I did. I spoke to a lot of people while I was in Horn Lake, and I was in Horn Lake. And one thing I can tell you is it doesn't sound like Chris was there long enough for anybody to even, he wasn't a rememberable person, you know. I've only found one gas station that's because the employee was there for quite a significant time. And he recalls Chris, but he told me it has been a really long time ago, months, he said, months. And so that's when it dawned on me that Chris hasn't been back to that specific area in months. They're hoping, yeah. Oh, Kimberly, I wish I could put all your stuff up, and I'm running straight YouTube.
I mean, she is in another state now. She's in another state now, going to these businesses, showing them Chris Proudfoot's picture and asking if they've seen him. And then she claims she's asking them to check their footage. What? I mean, are you kidding? Listen what she says about the 26th. This is here's some paranoia for you. Here is some paranoia. Mathematics with Betty Cooter, little Irish girl. Listen to this part. She's like, she thinks this 26th is a big conspiracy. Katie filed for this restraining order on the 26th on purpose. Listen.
Premeditation, you know, from her making breakfast to her having.
Hey, pray. Guess what else I'm going to do? I'm going to make you gone. Bye, bitch.
Just help a brother out here.
Hope you don't watch any of my videos ever again.
Fucking fuzzy slippers and lip gloss.
This huge day with him that was overexerting. You know, there is those elements. The fact that this happened on July 26th, the fact that she seems to really gravitate toward the 26th. Do you notice that? She filed her divorce petition on February 26, 2016. Her son went missing 8 years to the date later on February 26, 2024. She files this complaint on July 26th. We're doing this gathering of voices on August 26th. So the 26th seems to be a very pivotal day.
Yeah, for Seth. Who planned August 26th? Seth.
A favorite day, if you will, for Katie.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's just her favorite fucking day.
Be a day of celebration for her because she seems to always want to do something to celebrate something.
Oh my God.
26th. Like she thinks she's going to get me. It's got to be on the 26th, you know? It just seems awfully funny that this 26th date keeps infiltrating this case. You know, everything seems to happen significant in Katie's life on the 26th day of a month. It's a little creepy and cryptic, and I don't know.
I know, gathering of voices.
I don't think Katie knows where Sebastian is, but Pootite probably.
Listen.
Sure that Chris does. Yeah, no, she knows.
She knows.
I think they put him inside a mattress and moved him to the dump. That's interesting.
Inside a mattress? Do you hear this bullshit? She's reading out loud?
He knew how thick concrete needed to be. She has PMS on the 26th. I don't know. I think the thud was the mother hurting him. I do too. But getting back to my theory, so we have a premeditation type of theory, and we have a, an oh crap factor type of theory, which is, something got heated and went overboard, and by the time everybody calmed down, it was too late. Okay. So I have two theories, but the situation is still the same, whether I think it was premeditated or just, something blew up and went crazy right then and there. I think that, I don't think she, that anything happened by knife or gun. I think she, either smothered him or, this is again my theory, or strangled him.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this? Betty, you are evil, Cooter. You are seriously evil, Cooter. And then his dad goes and sits down and has dinner with your ass? Oh yeah, he just wanted the burrito.
Because he had a bruise on his Adam's apple. We learned from kids in school that he was acting weird days leading up to his disappearance.
How do you know what the kids in school? You talk to the kids in school? Do you hear all this bullshit? Do you hear her delusions?
And being very quiet and reserved and to himself and just not himself is what we're hearing. So I think that something like that happened inside that home. And then when it was done, Katie freaked out and called her husband.
Demon Cooter.
And told him her story of events of what happened. And I think that they worked on the phone for the 3 hours to work out what they were going to do. And then after he hung up, I think Chris came and Chris and Katie both worked on removing Sebastian out of the house. And I think Chris thought he was out of the sight of the camera because of the way the camera is angled. It looks like where they would have parked, it wouldn't have been in the view of the camera. So somebody was intentionally trying to avoid that camera on that corner where they parked. But it picked their car up anyways, right at the very, like they were just one car length into the frame. Because remember, the silhouette of the back of the vehicle hit right out on like literally the line of the frame. So they thought that they were out of the view of that camera. So somebody in that vehicle knew that camera existed and knew that camera rolled. And they intentionally and willfully tried to avoid that camera, but they got their entire car in the view of the camera, and that screwed them up as well. And then you see the flashlights coming there. While you can't see images or anything like that clear, you can see that there are two separate individuals with these lights. And those two individuals, you have one going to the car first, and it looks like one kind of running after the other one. And when they both get there, they're there for 30 seconds or so, and they're off.
We have no idea how long that video is, you fucking idiot. You don't know how many seconds they're there. You're seeing clips. She has no clue what the fuck she's talking about. None.
The camera, but the one starts heading back to their house. Only one. And the other one gets in the vehicle and leaves. So it clearly wasn't Sebastian getting in the vehicle and driving off. He doesn't have a driver's
Listen to her air conditioning in her hotel room.
license, nor does he drive. So the second light couldn't have possibly been Sebastian because that person got into a vehicle and drove off. So you put all this stuff together and it's not looking good for them. Now we're talking about items missing from the house, such as her army bag or her Navy bag or sea bag.
Now, where is she getting that Katie has a sea bag missing? Do you see how she's just throwing misinformation out there? Hey, Megan.
The sea bag is a very large item, and it can hold, and it's designed so a person can put up to XYZ pounds on their back and walk with their sea bag. So it's designed to carry heavy things for long distance. And I believe that bag is missing from their house.
What?
I truly believe it's missing from their house.
How would you know what's missing from their house? Dude, you need to go check yourself in. Seriously, this is crazy. Swamp Searcher, thank you, says, Betty, log off, go outside, and touch grass. For real, y'all. You could never make this up.
Not that, then definitely a suitcase. I'm sorry, I'm just not, and Seth knows, I know he hates me talking when I tell him my theories, but, in all fairness, these are my theories. I don't vote really with Seth's theories, but I want to support his theories because at the end of the day, I want to be totally 100% wrong about this case. But at the end of the day, the questions of this case are becoming more and more, and by Katie and Chris's actions, even from day one, have created even more and more scrutiny on them, disbelief on the public's part toward them, and they want to have somebody to blame, and so they're going to try to blame me for that. That still does not rise to the level of harassment. They lied under oath, and they absolutely stated she had to have stated under oath to get that ex parte protection order that I am an imminent threat to her.
See, she just admitted she's aware that it was Katie that got the ex parte order. Listen again.
Protection order that I am an imminent threat to her of bodily harm and or death.
That's not what it
she had
says.
to attest to under oath.
No, that's not what she had to attest to, you crazy ass bitch.
Okay? So I want to make sure everybody's well aware of what she would have been required to attest under oath in order to get that. And there is no possibility of me being...
Everything she says is wrong. Everything. Listen to this.
Encounters listening to Seth about Sebastian. I hate to say, I feel like he would have run away and made an appearance if he was handed off. Unfortunately, I think something bad happened. Yes. Maybe the thud was her falling down. Interesting. But I think she did it. I think she did it with her own hands. There was too many comments made about the mattress. Possibly there was a third dirty Ooh, maybe they had a mattress, threw that mattress away, and acquired a new mattress from their friend.
What? She's creating a mattress that doesn't exist. She is creating things that don't exist. Oh, maybe they had a mattress and they threw that one away and they acquired a new one. What?
To replace that one, so if anybody had anything to say, they would have thought like that.
She's not right.
Yeah. Well, you know, Chris had to be involved because he wanted a divorce. If Katie acted alone, he would have already thrown her under the bus. Yeah. And he has made it very clear that he's the man of the house, and his job is to protect his family, which he considered Faith, his mom, his stepfather, and Katie. He never considered Chris. He considered Chris the boy, or Katie's son. FBI agents need to get Katie and Chris properly investigated and interviewed. This is ridiculous. The mother was only the person in the home with Sebastian. Let it make sense. Why is she even out? Exactly. Chris don't seem the type to have hand-me-downs. He doesn't. He's too bougie.
She just called Chris bougie? She called Chris Prophet bougie?
I want this to be crystal clear.
Bougie! Oh my God, this chick has lost her damn mind. Yes, she just said that she did it with her own hands. Oh man, he's too bougie.
Don't want Sebastian found. That's crystal clear. Absolutely. Interrogated separately. And I asked, listen to this, because when I went out with Seth, we went to a Mexican restaurant. We were sitting there talking, and let me read that thing again, because I was just thinking, and then I got sidetracked here. And I asked him if he had been interrogated, and he said he's been questioned. And I said, did you go down to like an interrogation room at like their sheriff's office? And he said no. He said because he has an airtight alibi. And I said, do you know if they've been interrogated separately? He goes, he knows that he's been questioned in front of Chris and Katie, but he doesn't. And I kept saying there's no way they wouldn't have done interrogations on them separately at this point. But you know, I have to think. I don't know. You know, I really don't. I don't know if for any reason that be the case. I'm not sure. Curiosity got me. The numerology of 26 is about strength, discernment, and administration.
So she asked Seth if he was interrogated. Okay. And then he says, no, I was questioned. But listen, here she's going to talk about weapons. Here's where it gets dangerous, folks.
Like, you know, many hours. Someone said you were bringing, I've never said, actually, as a matter of fact, I've made it very clear. I don't travel with my gun. I've said that from day one. Who's saying that? That is a flat out lie. And not only that, I'm licensed to carry a concealed weapon. I'm allowed to by law. And not only that, but every single state I go to is open carry. It doesn't matter. I can bring it anywhere. I can say I'm bringing it anywhere. There's not a damn thing anybody can do about it. I lawfully possess my firearm and went through proper training to do so. And I am bringing a machete. Just because I'm bringing these things, I've never threatened anybody with them.
Oh boy, I am bringing a machete. And she did say she was going to pack in her bra. Hey, note to self.
I bring the machete because I'm going to be out in the woods. I can bring whatever the hell I want to. The bottom line is there has to be an intent of bodily injury. I don't bring my gun, and I've explained it. My gun is too old, and it's too heavy. It's not conducive for carrying it on my person. I need a 380 or a short nose like 9mm. But this idea that somehow I'm a criminal because I carry it, I'm lawfully allowed to. I literally went through extra training than the normal person to get my concealed weapons license. And I don't know if you haven't realized this, but in America, we're allowed to defend ourselves. with bodily harm if somebody threatens us with bodily harm. If somebody comes up to me and makes me fear in jeopardy, I'm to give them a warning. And after that, I mean, I'm not even required to give them a warning if it's an imminent threat. You know? So this whole thing that people are so offended by guns, like I'm literally in the state of Tennessee where it's open carry here. Everybody has one. Who would say they heard a thud and think of saying a thud unless...
Wow. I mean, she has no shame. Listen to this. Listen to this. She wants to be very, very ultra crystal clear. Listen.
Betty, you don't have to explain anyone your actions. We know you didn't do anything. It's because you speak the truth and are getting close to getting the truth. And I just want to be very, very ultra crystal clear. I'm going to pull a crystal clear Chris. We are moving forward with the gathering of voices on August 26th. Got flyers and bracelets. Oh, yay. So that means all the people on that list must have gotten them. So if you haven't gotten your package and you were on the list to get the flyers and the bracelets, you should be receiving them in the next day or so if you haven't already. Sandra seems they minimize, right? I didn't realize the Proudfoot's connection. CP looks like a fat mushroom with zero personality. He is. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna wait until I get served. But once I'm served, that's it. Because I'll have plenty of time. You know, it doesn't really matter because I really don't care. You know, with QB's, she's screwed no matter how we look at this. And she can keep fighting it, but eventually my complaint's gonna go through because it's just modifying it. And even
Oh my God, she's gonna keep modifying and refiling her complaint against QB. Gathering his voices is where she's going to the fucking sheriff's department and protesting. And now the sheriff just passed away. She needs to stay the fuck away from the sheriff's department. Yeah, it's the gathering of the voices in her head. Jinxie on Potato and Kendo.
even if this goes away, he's going to give me probably 30 days to amend. But even if he makes me refile, it's $306 to refile. Her ass is grass. The next, if this doesn't go through, which I think it will, because they already acknowledged that I have standing for at least one ground. They've already acknowledged that openly on their last thing.
Do you see how she just keeps going? She just keeps going. Just stop. What the fuck kind of person does this? And no, she doesn't have a right to harass people, Mystic. Or not Mystic, Michelle. She does, Lee Michelle. She doesn't. Y'all stop her from talking about Sebastian. Are you being serious? Lee Michelle? Are you being serious right now? We stop her? Okay, I'm sorry. You're timed out. You're timed out for that stupid talk. Lee Michelle, if you want to come back and talk not stupid talk, you can come back. That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. The dumbest.
So we're going to be going through. We're now going to be officially in a court proceeding. And so it's going to be firing fairly quickly. But it's not going to stop me from going after Chris and Katie. And exactly why, because theirs is so easy.
Going after Chris and Katie. Look at her. She's possessed, y'all. Look at her ass. No, I wasn't talking to you, Mystic. I was talking to Michelle, Lee Michelle. She's saying she has a right. We're stopping her from talking about Sebastian. She doesn't care about Sebastian. And neither does that dude that's going to go dig in rock piles and put it in videos.
It's so clear on its face that it's worth me getting an attorney for Tennessee. And not only that, they've got assets that we can attach to. Clear assets.
She's talking about the assets of a missing teenager's parents. Let that sink in. You're a piece of shit, Andrew Griffin. You are the lowest of the low. And you don't even know if Chris and Katie did anything or know anything. And you're talking about their assets. Clearly, that's why you're here, right? Money and money only. That's why you talk about everybody else's views. You're all worried. OJ's for Justice's views are down. Guess what, Betty? I don't give a fuck. I talk about the things I want to talk about. I don't hashtag Sebastian Rogers in every single video. Because I talk about things that interest me. I talk about things that are going on in the world. We do all kinds of shit. I don't care just about my view number. Like you do. You grifting. Oh, see you next Tuesday. You freaking loser.
I sure wish teachers could have talked to Sebastian. I think teachers did, because from my understanding, the teachers reported this stuff to law enforcement.
Now she's speaking for his
Jane, the rest of these
teachers.
creators are just horrible, especially after threatening to kill his family. I'm literally crying after that. Yeah, well, they're idiots. But you know what? They ran with a story without factually checking it out or doing any due diligence or fact finding. So it's just like them to do that. Like I told you, they manufacture stories. And they lie to their audience to manipulate them. This is a perfect.
Everybody manufactures stories. We just listened to every single thing she talked about was fake today. She had no truth today, other than the fact that Sebastian Rogers is 15 years old and went missing on February 26, 2024. And why people still watch this nonsense is beyond me. Everybody manipulates. Everybody lies. Everybody's after her. Everybody. Her whole channel is evidence.
She's protecting her weight problem and relationship problem on Sebastian. She's stalking. Yeah, and that's going to be another thing. They're going to have to explain why Terry Bowersox was seen in my video following me around for 30 minutes. They're going to have to explain all of that, you know, because it's clear. And they're going to have to explain why I called the cops 2 times I was here for harassment and specifically referenced them. And I've got body cam footage of that can be requested. So it's very clear that I have, like I told you, that's why I make my paper trails where I make them for this nonsense right here. I have records that I can literally go and request from public records and get this stuff in. And I can produce.
Unbelievable. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Here's another part.
So, like I said, I'm not, at this point, I know the law is on my side, and we'll find out how, how their Sumner County courts are going to roll, because she's got to produce a hell of a lot more than what she has to continue this protective order. And when I get served then, and it doesn't matter, because even if this hearing goes away, they're going to still most likely still serve me the package, even though it'll be late, and they have to provide service to the courts that I was properly served, which they can't do until I'm back in Florida. So when I get back in Florida, hopefully they'll go ahead and come by after I'm back, and they drop the paperwork off unless they had to submit it back into the court record for the aid to say that they were unable to serve me. I don't know how that process works, because again, I've never dealt with it, but it doesn't really matter. I've looked at the elements needed to establish harassment. I've looked at every legal possibility, and there's no they're literally the only way that they were able to get this is lying through their teeth. So
everybody lies. Everybody fabricates. Listen to this. Manic Cooter. Thank you, little Irish girl.
I looked at the second generation from 2017 until now on Google Maps. They got a new rock mound in an interesting spit this year. A bunch of hidden items in the woods now. Interesting. Well, people did bring up, I think it's awfully funny to be in this community and have in Gallatin, right next to second generation, a fire. And then all of a sudden we have a house exploding. Now, I'm not saying the two are related by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh my God, I cannot with her. Okay, here we go. Here's where she talks about being at St. Jude's.
Interesting. So Callie says, Betty, someone posted comments to me that Chris's camper was parked at St. Jude's construction on February 25th, and on the 26th, he was ordered to remove it. Interesting. Let me take that. I'll have to find that out. I did not know that, because I don't see campers being able to stay on the property there. It's highly regulated in that area. But I'm saving your... Okay, you guys didn't hear what sorry, I had to screenshot that. But I don't know how true that is, because there's no campers staying at St. Jude's. They have they're like the corporations, they have like buildings. They're not buildings, but they're like mobile units that are sitting in a parking lot, but they're like office units. And one of them
Oh yeah, his camper, I'm sure it was on the fucking St. Jude's property. Give me a fucking break.
Chris is like, don't be mad, but your son's missing. And so Seth went directly from his work when he found that out, directly over to Katie's house. And when he got there, he said it was like, a madhouse there, a bunch of cops everywhere, people searching. And that Katie and Katie's mother-in-law, Kathy, were there with him. And I even asked him, was there anything looking back on this event that seems out of place or odd to you? And Seth, in the interview, stated that, yes, something did look out of place and odd. It was the conversations that they were having there while his son was missing, he felt was inappropriate. And when I prodded a little bit more, we come to find out that they're talking about selling jewelry and going on vacation, which is absolutely 100% inappropriate when you have.
You hear this? Seth told Bullhorn Betty that the Bowersox and the Proudfoots were talking about jewelry and vacations the morning of Sebastian going missing.
a child that's missing. You've never had a child missing in your life, and you're just sitting there relaxing, shooting the breeze with your mother-in-law like it's a normal Sunday.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's exactly how it was. I'm sure they were just shooting the breeze. You are a bitch. You are just a straight bitch. Unbelievable.
The police didn't secure the crime scene to collect evidence. When they did, couldn't do much, in my opinion. Yeah, we're going to have some problems with that, I truly believe. Michelle Vincent, thank you so much. Jen Trucks just received the gifted membership from Michelle. Thank you. Thank you.
Michelle. Listen to this.
I heard Sebastian will be found in the fall of October in a ditch at their home with initial number of 77. Interesting. Hold on.
Do you hear this?
Ellie isn't doing jack crap covering evidence and standing down. I don't think that, we can't blame Katie's felony, what she's willing to do to try to stop as a ding on Sumner County. Sumner County's not doing this. Katie Proudfoot is doing this. So in my opinion, need to give Sumner County an opportunity. Like, they have to follow the law just like anybody else. And Katie's the one that's not following the law. And even if she's not following the law, when she gets things done, they still have to follow the law, and it still has to go through a court process. At the end of this, it's not going to work, and they're going to have themselves some major penalties for the shenanigans. So again, I'm not really worried about it. Even if I get arrested, it's so what? But from my understanding, they can't arrest me unless I'm anywhere near her, which I've never been anywhere near her. So there's no possibility of me being arrested. I've never even physically laid my eyes on this lady. So I mean, that should tell you I'm absolutely unconcerned of an arrest. These people are trying to make it sound more than it is. It's not. I'm sitting here in Tennessee right now. There's not a damn thing anybody's going to be able to do about it. The worst thing that they're going to be able to do is have me serve the paperwork here, which I don't even think they can without having to go through another subpoena. They have to reissue the subpoena.
What the hell is she looking at? What is she staring at? Dude, this lady's fucking weird. She is fucking weird. I mean, this isn't even funny anymore. She is weird.
And that's going to take days because the subpoena is going to my house. The paperwork's going to my house. So to be honest with you,
what is she fixated on? Dude, there is scary.
I'm unsure how this is going to work. I mean, it's not like you can just go boom, 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 and all of a sudden this is done. I mean, it's a legal process. So these people are lying to you. They're wasting their time trying to follow me and track me down and everything else because they're not going to be able to. I don't think they can be able to serve me, but we'll find out. And if they serve me, we'll deal with it when it gets here. Either way.
Is it one of those, like, I can't look into the camera thing? Is this like when you can't look into someone's eyes because you're lying? Is that what that means? Like, I'm looking off to the side because I'm a fucking liar and I can't even look at the camera?
The way you look at it, they lied under oath. So I've got the law on my side. They don't. I mean, at the end of the day, that's where we're at. So I'm perfectly fine. Absolutely 100% fine. And I've got so much overwhelming evidence in opposition of all these allegations that they're screwed. Literally screwed. I can prove where I've been. And this is all to take away from their son having advocacy for them. Or they just want to look any more guilty than they already look. I don't see what their end game is. I don't know who thought that this was okay, but they look guilty as shit. And for the people that didn't think they looked guilty as shit now truly do believe that they look guilty as shit more so than ever. Eric Craddock makes my hair stand on end. He's running for sheriff. The sheriff of the county now is done. He's not running for re-election.
He died. He died, Betty. He died.
And quite frankly, I don't think if Eric Craddock dropped the ball on this, then he has, he's not taking responsibility for that. But when I was talking to the major, he told me
when I was talking to the major, when I was talking to the major, like, she's something important, dude. They want to arrest you. They can't wait for you to violate that order so they can slap handcuffs on your dumb ass.
That they are taking this very seriously. So when I hear a law enforcement agent tell me that, then it's hard for me to say they're not, because this is a missing kid, an autistic missing kid. If they didn't really have some type of meat to the bone, they wouldn't be taking this very seriously. Okay? Trust me, they use certain language. Again, people that need to pay attention to. But anyways, we're over an hour. I've got to get my day started, and I'll be back later today, probably later tonight, to chat with you guys.
Oh, let's see if she came back tonight. It's 10:12. Let's see here. Nope. She didn't come back tonight. Let's see if she's responded about the Bowersakis. Nope, 4 days ago. She sent 8 packages. Oh, look at 5 days ago is J4J hanging with the ghetto trash of YouTube. There you have it, folks. My job is done over here. Mic drop. J4J. Look at her. She's obsessed, y'all. She's obsessed. She's obsessed. Obsessed cooter. She's been awful to the state of Tennessee. The state of Tennessee doesn't want you back, Betty. I have a feeling at every cooter on the run. Cooter on the run. Cooter on the run. She's sleeping in her car. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. But anyways, y'all, I just wanted to bring you that news. We went over the damn news video she was in, the article. If you didn't see that, you might want to rewind it. I don't know what the fuck we just watched, guys, but single white cooter. I love you, Jams. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna go now, but I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and please stay safe. This woman is fucking batshit crazy. I'll see y'all.